Captain, what are you talking about? It appears to be a blackout. Everything is all black.
We ready for ya. We ready. We ready. We ready.
Yo, it's your boy Jamar, Top Shelf Sports Talk. Back with another live on this Eagles live 49 Eagles versus 49ers type of Sunday. Man, let's get into some talk about this Eagles versus 49ers real quick. My brother Jason, who's usually on with me on Sundays, wasn't able to come or be on. He's at work. He's taking care of the business. He's got to make his money. And with that being said, I was supposed to have a co-host with me today, a specially invited guest. I knew this guy for years. Uncle Eric with his Uncle Eric. Go ahead with your Niners all day nonsense. This is the day. And your niece is already hating too. Y'all didn't even let me get through my spiel this morning. Like let me get to my spiel real quick because I'm gonna tell you about how your Niners are because I suppose I had a special co-host today who is a 49er fan who I knew this guy for years. I texted him Friday. To be honest with you guys, I've texted him since like last month. Like, yo, I want you to come on the show when it's Eagles versus 49ers. Yeah, bro. I'll be on there. Yeah. So every so often I reach out, yo, you still good for that show? Yeah. You know how we do. Yeah, I'll be on. Okay. And so, I text him again Friday. Yo, bro, Friday, Sunday, 11 o'clock, you're going to be on. Gave him the whole rundown. 11 a.m., need you for an hour, like, talk your stuff, talk your 49ers. Yeah, I'll be there. I told him Friday, I said, Saturday, I want to go through a dress rehearsal, make sure all our connections is good. You can hear all that stuff. Yeah, he said, what time? I said, what time? He said, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock should work. Okay. Text him at 2 o'clock, nothing. Text him again at 2:30, nothing. Needless to say, the guy hasn't showed up, right? That should say a lot about you 49er fans out there. Y'all scared. Y'all is scared. You know what I mean? Like another guy, Robert Edwards, if you out there listening, you text me your Brock Purdy jersey. I sent you five shots straight right back. Jalen Hurts, you know, my guy, Jalen Carter, you can't really see it. Jalen Carter. I sent you what you call AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jordan Davis. Come on, man, y'all not ready. Now, this is the smartest kid in the family right here. Well, actually, all her kids are smart because they all like the Eagles except her. She's just a hater. But shout out to Kenya. Thank you, Kenya, for the support. Go Eagles, Kenya. You right. Tell your moms to stop being so crazy. What Eric say, damn, that my Niners are scared about putting some hurt on Hurts. Man, cut it out, Eric. Like, cut it out. We got one of the best offensive lines in the league, right? And I'm not saying that you're not going to get a sack on Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying that you're not going to get home on him and all that stuff like that. You probably will, but is it enough to win the game? Is it enough to win the game? You know what I mean? You seen what we did last week against the Bills, and we're gonna get into that because I was heated sitting on the chair listening to that or looking at that game, and it was like, yo, what are y'all doing? But you seen when the game on the line and it was time to really play some ball. And if everybody on here, if y'all can do me a favor real quick, can y'all share the live? Just share it real quick on your platform so everybody can see it. They can come on and get some of this work that I'm about to give out to you 49er fans. Um, I was irked sitting on the chair watching this game and looking at that game last week, and I was pissed. Like, come on, man! Like, you guys can't be like this. You can't play this game like this. And I was talking to a couple people, and it's just like, good morning, Tia. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for being here today. I know you're an Eagles fan. Put up your go Eagles. What do you say? Just put on the Niners gear after the win. No. All right. So listen, hey, we can make the bet, Uncle. We can make the bet. You lose, we lose. If you got a 49er shirt that I can put on, I'll come down and put a shirt on. If we win, I'm bringing all 5 Eagles jerseys down, and you're gonna put all 5 Eagles jerseys on and take a picture. And you're gonna say, "Go Eagles!" Fly Eagles, fly. You're gonna sing the song, the fight song. So if that's a bet you want to make, let me know. He already know they're going to win. Whatever. They ain't winning nothing. But I was sitting there watching that game last week, and I said, "You can't." And I was telling people like the way we played that fourth quarter. Imagine if we would have played all game like that. Imagine if we would have got stops like that all game long. Guess what would have happened? You know what I mean? That game would have been a different game. And so you don't sit there going to overtime with the Bills, and they're a good team. And I'm not taking anything away from the Bills because they're darn sure a good team with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. They got a running back Cooks. They definitely a good team, but you can't play a game like that and expect to win all these expect to win all the time because you got to play a game like the 49ers today, who's a little bit different than the Bills. But with that being said, they lost 3 straight at one point. So like how much more credibility do they have against us when they lost again they lost 3 straight in a row. We only lost once. So like I'm not going to need to pick that. That's a bet. Go Niners. Okay. And Smitty, come on with your hating self, man. Y'all pulled out a lucky win. Now all of a sudden you all, high and mighty. I bet you, hey Smitty, I bet you high on Dak Prescott now. What he said y'all gonna lose today after next Sunday, we will have the same record. Not at all, dude. Not at all. You know that for a fact. You know Dakota Prescott is not going to do anything against us. You already know that. Come on, man. Don't start my day off of that. The 48ers are going to get their what's handed to them. You know. But look. So I'm saying like what do you say? Absolutely not. You're not. You still you high on Dakota. He's looking pretty good though. You can't. I'm not trying to sit here and give props to a Cowboy player or anything like that, but he's been looking pretty good over the last couple weeks. Even I thought last week they would lose. They would that was a tougher team, tougher defense. I thought they would lose last week, but they showed out. They won the game. So congratulations, y'all. He still has to prove me wrong. Okay, I hear you. I mean, the only way he could prove you wrong is if you win a Super Bowl. And I don't think you're going to do that. So I mean, you're probably not ever going to be high on Dak Prescott, which is cool. You know what I mean? That's your team. Um, he needs to do it in the playoffs in these next 4 games. Yeah, I know y'all play us, and it's going to be a tough task against us. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not going to be easy. This is the start of y'all losing streak. We got ours out the way better, way back better than ever. So watch and see. Listen, it's not a start of no losing streak. We battle tested. What y'all don't realize is that we are battle tested. We have won the game in trenches where y'all have lost games in trenches. Like y'all can't sit here and tell me that the Eagles are not battle tested. Now I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be the first one to sit here and tell you guys that I don't like the way the Eagles win the games or win. I don't like the way they play up to the win. I like to see them establish their dominance. Sort of like, and I'm gonna give you your props, Uncle E. I'm gonna give you your props, sort of like what the 49ers do. They beat you on all they beat you until you tell them that until you prove that you can stop what they're doing, and they'll beat you in a different way. They have a run pass ratio that's just what I mean, that's just equally balanced. That team is equally balanced. So I'll give you that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hate on the 49ers, especially as far as how they play. You know what I mean? I like the style of play that they've been playing. I would like for us to do that to be able to win these games a little bit more convincingly than we have been since we started the season. Like, there's no reason why a lot of these games that we're playing that we're so close in the game in the fourth quarter where we barely eking out victories. Man, we can't. like this. Like we started our tough stretch where we beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, first we beat Dallas, then we went on bye. Then we beat Kansas City, then we beat the Bills, and like now we got to go out here and beat these 49ers and come back against the Cowboys and beat them. But the problem is we can't sit here and take these at least next two games for granted. Then actually the next three, because even Seattle's a tough matchup. Like we have to establish our dominance. We have a dominance with it. We got a well balanced team. We have to use that to our benefit and win these ball games. And you got to run Swift. You seen what happened in the fourth quarter against the Bills. What happened with Swift? The one of the first runs off the bat was 30 yards, 30 yards, 30, 40 yards. Imagine had you been doing that all game. Imagine if you had mixed the run with the pass all game. It was a nasty game. There should be no reason why all four running backs shouldn't have been used in that game. You should have just been pounding the ball. Pause. But you should have been just running the ball down the field all game long and not making it easy and predictable for their defense to stop our offense. That's where we go wrong. That's why I don't like Brian Johnson. And if Nick Sirianni is a part of this play calling, that's where he got to make an adjustment. You know, it's simple. 49ers do it all the time. They run the ball to set up the pass. They set up the pass and then run the ball. And they do it for a reason because you can't stop both. And they're hoping to score enough points to where as though they beat you convincingly, and that you have no chance to get back in the game. We are built just like them, if not better. I think we're even better than them. We're battle tested, whereas though we've won in trenches. Either they've blown teams out or lost. The formula for them, is not good when it comes to them being able to be in the trenches and win. Brock Purdy, like, listen, let me tell you something, man. This is what I want to know. Uncle Eric, if you still in here, give me some insight on this. Why are y'all so mad at us for putting Brock Purdy out the game? It's not like we did that on purpose. Y'all put a tight end on our best defensive end. Our best defensive pass rusher, y'all decided to guard him with a tight end. Why is that our fault? So we had to call a timeout on that play, on that defensive play, and say, hey, Kyle Shanahan, you got a tight end on Hassan Reddick. He's coming into this playoff series with 16 and a half sacks. So we have told them, timeout. Switch your tight end out. Don't put him on Hassan Reddick. That was your fault. And tell you like this, if y'all do it today, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. You can't stop that man on the edge. Put a body on him. Put a real body on him. Not a tight end, not a running back. Put a real body on him. But then you got to worry about big Jalen Carter coming up the middle, big Fletch coming up the middle. You got to worry about a lot of stuff going on coming up that middle. And Brock Purdy, when you put pressure on him, but that's just like any other quarterback, when you put pressure on him, he's going to choke. I can't believe that I can't believe that guy Robert Edwards, he showed me a Brock Purdy jersey. That's probably he probably has the first and only Brock Purdy jersey sale in the history of the NFL right now, because I've never seen nobody rock a Brock Purdy jersey. Maybe Debo Samuels, Ayuk, or somebody like that, Christian McCaffrey, anybody on your line, Hargrave, Armstead, or whatever, Chase Young. But Brock Purdy? Like, come on, man. Come on. Hey, Smitty, man, listen, let me tell you something, Smitty. This is what I'm going to tell you, right? Y'all played against the Seattle team. Y'all won. The win is a win. I'm not going to say y'all barely won. Y'all barely won. But don't get all hype on that win. That's what I'm saying, Smitty. Nobody wears the Brock Purdy jersey. What you say? So let them do it. It's going to be like boom, bow, itch. She is tripping. I feel you though. Y'all can't talk about barely winning. No. Listen. Let me tell you something, Smitty. No, we can't talk about barely winning. That's why I was saying we can't talk about barely winning. And here's the thing, though. What I will say about that, when we barely win, we're barely winning against teams that are over 500. Like we're playing against teams that are over 500, that are actual playoff and Super Bowl contenders. You know, it's not a pretty way to play football. It's not a pretty way to win a game. I will admit that because some of these teams, like even with the Kansas Cities, and I mean they're good. They're good teams. Kansas City's, Dallas. I mean, you guys are pretty good. We should the way we are structured, the way we're set up, if we played that style of football like the 49ers played, like I said, I'm giving the 49ers their props. If we played that style of football like the 49ers play, there's no way that teams like that, the way they played against us and our defense, should ever have any hope at beating us. There shouldn't be. You know, you said y'all beat up on bad teams all year and barely lost to y'all. That's because we kept y'all in the game. That's what I'm saying. That we kept y'all in the game. There's no way. There's Smitty, you know that. There's no way we should have had y'all in that game that long. We should have been put y'all out of y'all misery. Like you know that. And I'm not even trying to be cocky or confident. I'm just telling you that the way we are set up, we should if we were coaching with a balanced offense, darn well that game would have been out of reach for y'all a long time ago, early and often. Y'all wouldn't have had a chance because y'all not. I mean, I'm not saying that y'all bums or anything like that because y'all will be in the playoffs. Obviously, y'all will be in the playoffs, but y'all not built well enough to be able to contend with a team like us. And I'm not just like I said, I'm not trying to be cocky or confident. You just know that. Uh, Almost definitely not never doubting that y'all this year, y'all definitely balling and look great. Whole doing y'all just not beating us today. Yeah, I mean the 49ers is a good team. I'm assuming you're talking about the 49ers. The 49ers is a good team. Like, like I said, I come on here and I'm being honest. Like if we could model our offensive philosophy around what they like how they do theirs and the way they attack the game, I mean, trust me, we could very well be sitting here 11-0. We could very well be sitting here 11-0 because in that Jets game that we lost, if we would have ran the ball the whole game and because they were giving up 130 yards per game, the Jets defense was, and like I was arguing with my brother Jason about it, not arguing but debating with Jason about it. He's saying that that's not their style of play, like it, but that's what you built your team on. You built your team to be able to have that flexibility to be able to run the ball and pass the ball. So I don't care if it's your style of play or not. You have to adapt that as your style of play because here's the thing. You keep teams on their toes when they don't know what to do. They don't know whether to guard Swift out of the backfield or watch for AJ getting a deep pass or Devontae getting a deep pass down the field. You have to be able to keep the teams on their heels that you're playing. If you don't do that, then it's easier for the teams to scheme against you and stop your pass game, your passing game. Rush 4 or 5 and play coverage in the back. That's it. It's simple. That's it. You know what I mean? So and as a coordinator, as you're seeing that, you should say to yourself, like, oh, they're rushing 4 or 5 and they're playing coverage. Here's the dump off. Give it to Swifty up the middle. Give it to Gainwell up the middle. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why. I still, Jason, if you in here, your philosophy didn't work with and came to you know what's his name, Rashard Penny, because he still hasn't played, and I don't nobody. I guess I don't think nobody on here can understand why he ain't playing. Look at my man Rob. We played against Swift plenty of times when he played against Detroit. It's nothing we haven't seen from him before, and he didn't get off against us ever like that. Listen, that was Detroit, bro. That ain't here. That ain't Philly. He wasn't playing behind the best offensive line in the league, so you can stop that. Hey, listen, I was also while I got you on here, I was also looking for you to text back after you sent me that Brock Purdy jersey, and I sent you all 5 of mine. Where you at, bro? Come on, man. You're a 49er fan. Where you at? Let's talk about it. It's the same player. No, it is. He is the same player, but he's playing behind a more dominant offensive line. You can't sit there and say that the man is different. He's different behind a different line. BG check in, barely lost, and that is not a category. It's wins and losses. We got 10 wins and only 1 loss. True, true. We do. We only got 1 loss. So at the end of the day, like all these 49, hey Rob, let me tell you something. If you bring Christian McCaffrey behind our offensive line, and I'm not saying your offensive line is terrible, but if you bring Christian McCaffrey behind this offensive line, the dude he's a 1,000-yard runner in probably the first 3 or 4 games of the year. because he's playing behind a different offensive line. Like, so you got to understand, like, Detroit offensive line was terrible last year. They were terrible. They weren't good, and he got hurt a lot of times because he was playing behind a terrible offensive line. Now, don't get it wrong. He's lasting the test of time right now because he has protection, and they got other running backs that they could switch up. But he's way different than Detroit, man. You gotta understand that, man. That's simple football. Man, we played against great lines and won games. Man, stop it. I'm not saying that y'all haven't won games. Y'all are a top tier team for a reason. Y'all good. I'm giving y'all props. If you heard me before earlier, I just said I wish that the Eagles would model their game, like their offensive game, behind how y'all do it. Y'all pass the ball to set up the run. Y'all run the ball to set up the pass. I would like the well balanced team like that for myself. I'm giving you your props. I'm not hating. I'm still waiting for the explanation of why y'all 49er fans hate the Eagles so much. That's what I want to know. The best offensive line we had in a minute. McCaffrey played behind a bad offensive line. Exactly, but McCaffrey is a different runner this year. I mean, since he's been with the 49ers, right? You would agree with that? He's a different runner since he's been with the 49ers. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, he's a better runner when it comes to the 49ers because he's playing behind better talent. No, I'm not saying you hate us. I'm just trying to figure out why does the 49er fans have so much animosity against the Eagles when all we did was play football against y'all. You know, y'all blocked y'all decided to put y'all tight end on one of our best defensive players last year, and Brock Purdy suffered an injury because of that. What was we supposed to do in that position? What was we supposed to do? And I said this earlier in the show. Should we have called a timeout and said, "Hey, Kyle Shanahan, you got a tight end on Hassan Reddick. You might want to switch that up." Should we have done that? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out because, again, like I'm gonna tell you, I had a 49er fan that was supposed to come on today that was supposed to, hopefully help me clear this up, but he backed out on me. He backed out on me. I ain't hear from him, man. So I'm gonna grind him up after I get off of this thing. But if you're scared, it reminds me of the Tupac joint on Juice. That scared. He was scared. He ain't want to come on here. Like, I was gonna grind him up and let him know. The great teams always hate each other. They good, we good. After tonight, we separate ourselves. Exactly, BG. But I'm just trying. I'm not saying I don't hate the 49ers. Like, I actually I like them. I like their game. I like how they play. I like their style of play. My only problem is that I just like you. If you watch, like, all the commentators and everything like that, they talk about how the Eagles is not that good and all. I mean, or they just barely winning. They're not playing. I just don't understand where it all comes from. Like, we beat y'all last year, went to the Super Bowl, and every player on the 49ers team had an excuse of why they lost the game. Instead of saying, like, "Yo, bro, that was a good game. Y'all won. Listen, hats off to y'all. Go get that Super Bowl. Bring it back to the NFC." It was nothing but hate. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I just don't understand it. Um, Purdy and getting knocked out and on the coach. Yeah, I mean, you talking about today, or you talking about when we played them in the NFC Championship? My man BG said we running our mouths. Niners ain't shut up since we beat them. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got Debo, you got all them guys out there talking about Brad. And this is what I'm gonna say too. This is one of my keys to the game. I hope Bradbury go out there, and trust me, he's been playing like, barbecue chicken all year long. But I hope Bradbury goes out there and has the game of his life. I hope he has the game of his life out there today. Like, I hope he does. He's been getting cooked all year long. It's a tall task to ask for, but I swear I hope he goes out there and has the game of his life. I hope he shuts Debo down crazy, because Debo and what is it? The boy Jennings too is. I don't even know if he's playing because I haven't heard from him all year long. Ayuk, all y'all guys. I hope Bradbury goes out there and shows out. You know what I mean? Yeah, they still making excuses, BG. They still do. I don't understand why. They still do. Just admit that the better team won. Because let me tell you this: if we would have lost that game, guess what? We couldn't have said half the stuff that y'all saying. We couldn't have used that. Oh, Jalen Hurts got hurt. That's why we lost. We couldn't have said that. If we would have lost that game, we couldn't have said no. We couldn't have gave y'all no excuse why we lost. The better team won. And guess what? It's just like what happened in the Super Bowl, right? Now I'm not comparing this year's regular season matchup to the last year's Super Bowl, but last year that Super Bowl loss left a bad taste in Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' mouths. And guess what they did when they saw him? We gonna play football against y'all. 4 quarters of football. We playing 4 quarters of football against y'all, and we're gonna get this W. And it came out with a W. So I mean, I at the end of the day, I don't understand why was that not the 49ers mindset? Why couldn't y'all come in and say, you know what? Y'all beat us. Y'all beat us. Good job. Bring the Super Bowl back to the NFC. Y'all beat us, but we coming for y'all next year. I would have respected that more. Yeah, Tyrone, they can't expect you can't block a Hassan Reddick with a tight end. You can't. It's just impossible. Like you just can't. Debo said what he said last season, and Bradbury not gonna have a game. He gonna get cooked again like all year long. Yeah, you're praying that he does get cooked. You are, because I believe you're down there at the game. So you're praying that he does get cooked and that your team comes out with a victory, so you can go out. But he's not. He's not. I'm hoping that he doesn't. I'm gonna say that. You know, it's football, man. It happened. Y'all on here talking about that, talking about what was said last year. New game, new season, new game. No, y'all was talking about it this year, bro. Y'all definitely out there talking about it this year. That ain't just last year, because actually, at the end of the day, we left y'all alone last year after we beat. We went to the Super Bowl, played our game, we lost in the Super Bowl, but we left it alone ever since last year. Debo's on press conferences talking about Bradbury. The 49ers as a whole is on press conferences talking about the Eagles. We ain't said nothing about y'all, bro. Pull up something that we said something about y'all. We said nothing about y'all. It's another game on the calendar. And guess what? Even if we lose this game, right? We still got to play in the playoffs. We still got to see each other in the playoffs. So listen, this game means, it means a lot for us to win. We still want to go 11-1. But losing this game to y'all doesn't mean a hill of beans right now to us. The ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. And y'all better make sure y'all ready to be in that NFC Championship game that's going to come through Philadelphia, and we're going to have the same results again. That's what you got to worry about. You know, I'm about to head out to the game and tailgate. Yeah, don't get too drunk though, bro. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. In all seriousness, be safe out there. Don't get too drunk. Have a good time. Enjoy the game, man. Most importantly, enjoy the game. Again, I can't speak for others and what they say. No, I'm not. You can't speak for the 49ers. You can speak for them as a fan, but you can't speak for their players, like Debo and all of them, and what they're saying out their mouths. That's what they're saying. They're telling you that they're telling you that the Eagles ain't good, they ain't this, Bradbury and all this. Like they're sitting there saying that. I'm not sitting there saying that you should say it or you should echo their sentiments. That's what they're saying. You know what I mean? Wish you say another hater. We're gonna beat y'all. We're gonna beat y'all there too. No, y'all not. You're not even a 49er fan. Would you quit it? Would you stop trolling? You need to stop it. You're not even a 49er fan. It's a lot riding on this team, on this too, for both teams, position wise. Look, man, I'm 200 deep. Okay, all right, you out there deep. That's what's up. Listen, it's not a lot right. Don't get it wrong. I would love for us to go 11-1. Love for it. I would love for it to go 11-1. But guess what? Even if we fall to 10-2, guess what still happens? We still number one in the NFC East, NFC. You know what I mean? We play the Cowboys next week, which we will beat them, and we'll be 11-2. Listen, we're going to finish the team. We're going to finish the season on a high note. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not sitting back here trying to be all cocky and confident and all that stuff. I take my hat off to you 49ers, the way y'all offensive plays. Like I like it. I like the fact that y'all. I don't like the fact that y'all got Chase Young, because that was a Howie hate move. I'm gonna say that till I die. The Commanders hated on Howie, and he didn't want to trade Chase Young, we couldn't, or Sweat to the Eagles. It was a hate move. He sent them to the 49ers trying to be smart because he didn't want them to be in a division. That's a hate move, man. Come on, if Dak playing like he playing since that L to y'all, there's going to be a long game next week against them. No, it's not, bro. You got to realize that that's an in division game. It's not going to be a long game for us. Like we know that. We know his tendencies. We know what to do against that team. Like we know how to neutralize Micah Parsons. We know how to keep that team at bay. So it's not going to be a long game. Well, Chase Young was on our radar the entire offseason. Yeah, I understand that. He was on everybody's radar. I agree with that. I'm not saying he wasn't on nobody on your radar. He should have been. But what I'm telling you is that for a third round pick, you knew Howie was on the phone for him. You knew it. You knew Howie was on the phone for him, and they were talking about trying to add another defensive lineman. You knew Howie was on the phone with him, and you knew the commander said, "I'm not trading him in division." You knew that. You know that. He's just a hater. They was just hating when it came to that, man, and that's there's no other way to put it. They were hating when it came to Chase Young going to Philadelphia because they knew Philadelphia would be stacked. And Philadelphia definitely would have won the Super Bowl. And they didn't want that to happen. Y'all barely won at home against Dallas. Yeah, I understand that. But guess what? When the plays mattered, when they were driving down the field and we needed stops, guess what? We made stops. Now again, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't agree with the way we won the game. I definitely don't agree with the way we won the game, but we won the game. So like Tia Brown says, a win is a win. So you can't sit there and say that. Y'all lost to the Vikings. Y'all lost to the Vikings, man. Come on. So don't talk to me about that. 3-game losing streak after that. I forgot the other 2 games y'all lost, but 3-game losing streak after that. If we win this game, I don't want to hear no excuses. 49ers are healthy and coming off of 3 days more rest than us. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, but Tyrone, you already know for a fact that it's going to be an excuse. Oh, Debo slipped on the touchdown play. It's going to be some type of excuse. You know what I mean? We got a great relationship with Washington, and Chase said he only wanted to be a 49er and loves it here. Man, listen, it ain't about what Chase said, right? It ain't about what Chase said. And I never even heard that he said that, but it ain't about what the Chase said. I'm not calling you a liar, bro. Please don't take that out of this, what I just said. I never heard Chase say it, but even if he did, it's not about this is a business. I mean, I know a lot of times in the NBA and stuff like that, you cater to, what the player wants and the player gets to dictate where he wants to go. But that was clearly a Howie hate move, and you know that. You know that. You know what I mean? So stop it. We back on the win streak. Y'all back on the win streak for now. Up until today, at about 8 o'clock, y'all be done. Y'all be back on the losing streak. You know what I mean? Keep worrying about Debo. He's not the one going to kill y'all. I don't. Tell me who's going to do it? Because we got our defensive line is stout against the run. So who's going to do it? Tell me who's going to stop us? I mean, who's going to kill us? It was just reported yesterday. I mean, yeah, he already played 3 games since he got traded. So yeah, he's going to say that now. He's going to say that now. He wanted to play for a contender, just like Montez Sweat wanted to play for a contender. He didn't care where he went, long as it was a contending team. That's what he wanted to play for. You know what I mean? And he got half of his wishes. He went to the 49ers. He gets to team up with his old teammate Bosa. So like, I mean, he's in a good situation, but he wanted to play for a contending team. You know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily that he wanted to play for the 49ers because he would have been just as happy playing with the Eagles as he is playing with the 49ers. We was offered Sweat as well from Washington. Oh, why did y'all? Well, yeah, I don't even know. Tell me this: How are y'all gonna pay all these guys? Because I think what you call Chase Young is due for an extension. Is he a 1-year rental? Because he due for extension. Y'all got a lot of money tied up in that defensive line. A lot of money. You know what I mean? On some real made the best team win. Yeah, I think this will be a very good game. It will be. It's probably going to be the game of the year. To be honest. Um, 16 sacks is a team. I'm looking for another 5 to 6 sacks today. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not gonna say y'all might get home against Jalen Hurts. Y'all might get there. Y'all might not. We don't. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a good game either way. And like I told you before, bro, be safe when you're down there. Have a good time. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? And like Tia said, may the best team win. You pay them with bonus money up front. That's how you pay players. Nah, man. Listen, let me tell you something. All y'all defensive line want money. They want bread. Nah, they ain't talking that upfront nonsense. They want their money. They want their long term because this is a NFL not for long league. They want that money now. They ain't waiting for it. They ain't, I'm not. I mean, not now. They want it long term because they ain't guaranteed to be able to play long term. So listen. All right, this is the part of the show where I'm going to start to pick them. Let me get a drink. Hold on. Pick them part of the show. Um, well, we go through the games for the week or for the weekend. I mean, this Sunday night, these Sunday games, and see who we pick. So if you on, comment your game or who you picked in the game, and I'll write them down. And on Tuesday, I'll put the results up. Which this Tuesday I am going to go ahead and say I'm gonna win. So everybody out there don't be mad when I win. It'll be okay. You know what I mean? So I'm writing names down now. So we all saw Dallas beat Seattle. Um, we all saw Dallas beat Seattle over the Thursday night game. So moving into this Sunday, December 3rd, we're going Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Um, Me personally, I'm going Colts because I think Colts defense is pressure. They're pretty good. Um, the Colts defense is good. You know what I mean? So I'm going Colts. Joanna goes Colts. Um, Tyrone goes Colts. Uh, Uncle Steve goes Titans. Uncle Steve, you might lose that one. Like you slipping on this pick'em thing. You slipping a little bit. Um, Tia picks Titans too. Okay, Tia, you picking the Titans? All right. They not. I mean, that guy Will Levis has been playing some good football. Um, my mom says, "Good morning, mother. How are you?" My mom says, "Tennessee." Um, and Jimmy says, "Colts." Um, all right. So, Robert, you go Colts. All right, I got you down, brother. All right. Next game, the Chargers at the Patriots. The Patriots is a dumpster fire. The Patriots are a dumpster fire. Bill Belichick is gone after this year. If you stick with the Patriots, and you know what's crazy? Watch they go out there and win a day. Watch they go out there and win. Joanna says Chargers. Watch they go out there and win a day. Watch we pick them and watch they go out there and win. That's crazy. Robert says Chargers. Um, Tia says Chargers. Tyrone says Chargers. Uh, Uncle Steve says Chargers. Jimmy says Chargers. My mom says New England because she went to college in New England, so she's sticking with her Boston heritage or Boston not heritage, but her Boston background. So that's why she's staying with the Patriots. I'm going Chargers. Their head coach job is on the line. He knows that. He's got to come out here and get that win against a underperforming Patriots team. Detroit Lions at New Orleans Saints. Now the Detroit Lions let us down on Turkey Day. They was terrible on Turkey Day. Some are calling for them to have a dramatic fall off. I don't know. I think they bounce back and get it done against the Saints. I'm going Detroit. Joanna, stop picking every pick I pick. Please stop. You hating. You trying to be on. You trying to get the top spot. It ain't gonna work. Jimmy Detroit. Jimmy and me Detroit. Okay, Mom and Jimmy Detroit. Um, Tyrone Detroit. Uncle Steve Detroit. Tia, Detroit. Detroit. Uh, Robert, if you're still on here, if not, send me your okay, you got yeah, you did all right, I'll write you down. Just if you can inbox me that, Robert, because I know you're getting ready to roll out. Like I said, be safe at that game, enjoy yourself, bro. Inbox me your picks so I can write them down, please. My bro Jason, he's in here. Jay, you missed give me the first two games or first two games, Colts, Tennessee, Chargers, New England. And I see you picked Detroit. So um 49ers and Chiefs. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next game. Next game is Atlanta at the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. Psych, not this game. I mean, I don't know how. What if he never really tore his Achilles? What if it was like a really bad sprain? Because how is he coming back off an Achilles after what 11 weeks or something like that? Like, how is he coming back? Um, I'm gonna put Robert. I'm gonna put your picks down afterwards. Jets. Tyrone. Tyrone says the Jets. Uh, Jason told me Titans and Chargers. And Chargers. Um, Uncle Steve says the Jets. Uh, Jason says Atlanta. Joanna says the Jets. Y'all, a lot of y'all high on this Jets team. Tia says Atlanta. Um, then my mom, yeah, Jimmy, ATL, and my mom Jet. Okay, I'm going ATL. ATL has a better defense. Jesse Bates has been playing some good football. I think he's averaged. I think he's got like at least 9 or 10 interceptions on the year. Um, with what's his name Boyle as the quarterback as the Jets. I don't see it getting him. I don't see him having a good game at all against this defense. So ATL for me is going to win that game. Um, so y'all can have the Jets. The Jets are done. Even if Aaron Rodgers come back, I still think they're done. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, going to Arizona at Pittsburgh. Arizona at Pittsburgh. Um, I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh on that game. I think they keep that win streak up. Joanna goes Pittsburgh. Um, wait, look, me and Jimmy, they both live in Arizona, so they gotta stay faithful to Arizona. But y'all from Philly, so y'all don't have to represent the Arizona team. Like Arizona. So Uncle Steve Tyrone says Pittsburgh. Um, Uncle Steve says Pittsburgh. Tia says Pittsburgh. And Jason says Pittsburgh. All right. Next game will be Carolina at Carolina at Tampa Bay. Carolina at Tampa Bay. Carolina has not looked good. This will be the first game without their head coach and Frank Reich. Um, I think they might have one of those inspired football games today. Um, Me myself, I'm gonna go Carolina for the first time this year. Um, I think they have an inspired football game today and come out with a victory. Jimmy Carolina meet Tampa Bay. Uh, okay. Tyrone, Tampa Bay. Uncle Steve, Tampa Bay. Uh, Jason, Tampa Bay. Um, Tia, Tampa Bay. Oh shoot, wrong one. Sorry. Jason says, "Yeah, right. Carolina's horribly run franchise." I get it, I get it. But you know, every time there's a coaching change, the players get up a little bit more to play for that new coach. And I'm not saying they're gonna go out there and blow Tampa Bay out because obviously Tampa Bay got a good team. But I just think they play some inspired football today and get a victory for their interim head coach. Um, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Next game. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to write everything down and make sure I got everybody picked. Sorry. Next game, Miami at the Commanders. Miami at the Commanders. I'm going Dolphins. That's just, I the Commanders can't do nothing with them. As if they have the hope for the future. They're nope. I don't know. Jimmy picks Miami. My mom picks Washington. My mom got the upset. Okay. Uh, hold on. So Tia picks Miami. Um, Uncle Steve, Miami. Uh, Jason, Miami. Um, Tyrone, Miami. Yeah, Miami. I think Miami is just too tough for this team. I think the team. I think Miami just goes out there. I almost want to predict another 70 ball, but I'm not going to disrespect the Commanders like that. But I think that's what it's lining up to be. Um, Denver at Houston. Now, C.J. Stroud has been playing some good football. C.J. Stroud. Um, I'm going Denver though. I think Russ and Sean Payton done figured it out. I think they done figured it out. So I'm going Denver. Um, Joanna picks Denver. Joanna, I missed some picks for you. You got to text me all your picks because I think I missed some picks for you. I got to go back. Um, Joanna, Tyrone picks Denver. Uh, Uncle Steve picks Denver. Jason picks Denver. Tia picks Denver. Yeah, we all went Denver. Joanna, give me your picks for what did I get missed from you? Look like I missed Miami pick, Miami and Washington, and the Tampa Bay game, Tampa Bay and Carolina. Give me your picks for that. I think I missed them. My bad if you commented and I didn't write them down. I'm sorry. Cleveland at the Rams. Cleveland at the Rams. The number one defense who lost to Russell Wilson last week. Um, who you got on that one? The Rams. I don't know. They've been slumping. Um, they've been slumping. So I think I'm going Cleveland too. Joanna goes Cleveland. Joanna goes Cleveland. Uh, my mom says Browns. Her Browns. Jimmy Rams. Browns. Um, Uncle Steve says Browns. Tyrone says Rams. Um, Tia says Browns. Uh, Jason didn't give a pickup yet, did he? Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, Browns. And I, like I said, I'm going Browns as well. All right, next game, 49ers at the Eagles. 49ers at the Eagles. I know some haters on here are going to say the opposite, but I think everybody else is picking Eagles. Um, yep. Uh, Everybody's picking Uncle Steve is one of the haters, the 49ers. Um, Joanna's definitely a hater. 49ers. Um, Everybody else, Eagles. Look at the representation for the Eagles. Eagles all day. You know what I mean? Like we represent. I gotta make sure I got everybody's stuff. Sorry. Um, all right, next game. Kansas City at Green Bay. Kansas City at Green Bay. I think a lot of people are picking the Green Bay Packers to win this game. I don't see how they're going. I don't see Patrick Mahomes losing this game. They had a comeback effort last week. I just don't see them losing this game. I'm going KC myself. Um, I think KC will get it done. KC for my mom and Jimmy. Tia says KC. Uh, Uncle Steve says KC. Tyrone. He's one of that's who I got it from. Tyrone. Tyrone said he was going Packers. That's where I got that from. I forgot that you said that on your show. If anybody on here too, that's my buddy Tyrone Brown. He does First and Goal Sports. You know what I mean? Should give him a shout out too. Give him a like, a follow, or subscribe to his page. He's definitely supported me since I've been on. So give him a shout out. Uh let's go Andy. She goes KC. And Jason, he goes KC. All right. The next and final game, Cincinnati at Jacksonville. Monday night. Cincinnati at Jacksonville. Jags for me. I think Jags will win that. My mom and Jimmy both picked the Jags. Jimmy, I appreciate you being a part of the show. Appreciate the support that you've been giving me. Um, thanks for you know playing to pick 'em. Need you in the comments a little bit though. Gotta get you a YouTube page, Jimmy. You gotta get you a YouTube page. Um, Joanna says Jacksonville. Tyrone says Jacksonville. Uncle Steve says Jacksonville. Tia says Jacksonville. And Jason says Jacksonville. I'm going Jags too. I said that. I think I said that at the beginning. I'm going Jags too. I think that Andy Reid. I mean, not Andy Reid. What's his name? Darn, our old coach, Doug Peterson needs to get a victory today. His team has. I think they won last week, but they've been struggling. And they need to get in that win column and stay in that win column. My mom said I'll tell him he's enjoying. Appreciate that. Today, like I said, I was supposed to have a 49er fan on, which would have made the show a little bit more interesting because we could have did some, back and forth about why the 49ers hate the Eagles so much. But he backed out because he's scared. He was scared. He didn't want to face the heat. He didn't want to face the heat. I don't blame him. I appreciate my guy Robert for coming on and being a part of the show and talking about his 49ers and what they're going to do. And, like I said, wish him nothing but safety down there at that game. It's going to be hectic down there. Not saying that he can't handle his, but I just don't want to see none of y'all in a bad situation just, over a football game. 'Cause that's all it is at the end of the day. It's entertainment. It's a football game. There's no reason for somebody to go down there and try to, you know, be hero or put themselves in bad situations and get hurt. You know, so with that being said, we're at the point of the show where I'm at my hour mark. I talked a lot. I had a good time this show for being by myself. I talked a lot. Guys were commenting. And real quick, I want y'all to go through in the comments and tell me what your scores are for the game. Give me your scores for the game. Me personally, based off our track record, based off of how we've been playing all year long, based off of what we've been doing, I see this being another tight game. I mean, in simple fact that 49ers are a good team. They're overall a good team. You just can't take that from them. And this is not me being biased. This is not me just being a Eagles fan and want to pick my team and support my team. This is just how I feel in general because even though they played the way they've been playing all year long, they still found ways to win games when it counted. They still found out how to come out victorious when it counted. And like I said, today is going to be a struggle. It's probably going to be at times us as Eagles fans will be trying to throw the remote at the TV because of some of the stuff that we're seeing. But I believe that all right, Tyrone, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I believe he said the score is 27-24 Eagles, close game. Jason says 31-34 Eagles. My mom says 28-21 Eagles, which my mom got them by a touchdown. Okay. I respect that. It's a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be really, really close. It's going to be really, really frustrating. I think it's going to come down to the last couple plays of the game. Whoever has the ball last, I think that's who wins the game. Me personally, I think that we got to stop Christian McCaffrey and we just got to play good defense and control the turnover battle. We can't turn the ball over on this team. We can't. So with that said, my score prediction is a 17-14 game. I think the Eagles win by a field goal. Jake Elliott comes through clutch in the end. And my players of the game are Swift, because I think they run the ball a lot with Swift, try to take the pressure off the offense and off of Jalen Hurts. I think they also A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and both of them, to me, will have pretty good game, 100-yard games. But with that being said, I want to give, 21-0 49ers. She's a hater. Like, get your daughter back on here. Like, she got more sense than you. You don't have no sense at all. So with that being said, real quick, I give my Jason said it's a lot of Niner fans at the game. Yeah, it is. They travel for this because they want their get back. They want their get back. So real quick, EAGLES Eagles.
Thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
What are we waiting for?
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They ain't gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They won't black out. We gonna get one black out. Stay together and keep fighting down. It's time to knuckle up.
Touchdown.
Brian Wolfsburg, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get it to them all day. Relentless. Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got.